Hello, my name is Even. I'm a 0.1% Meiko tank, and today I'm going to show you my route for Eternal 27 Everdawn Grove. This is a very hard key. I recommend going to Silken instead for pushing to the next tier, but for whatever reason you're here, we're here now. So you can see here at the start, I'm grabbing one on the right, one on the left, then the Dawn Flowers, and then another Dawn Flower. This is a 5-pack pull into the Desecrator at the end. This is going to be a very tough pull, but you can survive it. Sometimes I've sent my DR trinket at the start of this pull to sort of save on stuff. You can see I'm just burning through stuff. I'm trying to really save that health pot trinket, trying to save that sim binding stone. We've already gone through the clone. I've got one charge of Earth Shield left. It's gone. You can see it's just gone. I'm building my Temple Warden stacks for Serenity as quickly as I can because we're going to need that personal heal because if the relics are gone, that's going to be the last thing we have left. But thankfully, all the trash went down super fast. Like that first pull is what, a minute? I think we cleared it in a minute or under a minute just about. And then we're starting over here, we're grabbing this. Now, you might wonder why we're grabbing this, and it's because this guy is easier to fight than this triple caster pack later in the dungeon, and he's easier than pulling more desecrators, especially at the start, because the only thing here is him and a couple of skitter shards, and the skitter shards themselves might add one or two orbs too. And this route is like perfectly calculated so that Shadow Lord will spawn before one big pull, and then he'll spawn again right before boss. So you'll go into boss with the Shadow Lord buff. And you should have, as long as you don't use ulti on the Shadow Lord himself the first time, you'll have Shadow Lord buff and ulti for the big pull that comes up after him. So here we are, we're just sitting here killing down this Bloodstone Golem. After this, we're going to go into a 3-pack pull, or yeah, a 3-pack pull up the hill. Grab the orbs. To save time, I'll usually let the party do that. So we're going to grab this patrol here in the center, these mangy brutes on the right, and then we're going into this Desecrator pack on the left. This is also a tough pull. These brutes are surprisingly strong, and your team has to be very well coordinated for stopping the Dawn Flowers as well as for soaking the bomb when it comes up. Not a lot for us to do here except for try our very hardest to survive. Now, a mistake on my part is that I could have chained this pack faster, but I was waiting for something. So, I think I maybe wanted the Dawn Flowers to die so we wouldn't have those dots going out. But you could probably go a little bit faster there. So we're doing this Totemic by himself because after this Totemic pack is dead, we're going to get the Shadow Lord. So there's the Shadow Lord. We're engaging him. And it's just a pump. I think Rhyme and Mirror are just going to go to town on him. Now, I hold my ulti, and thankfully I was able to hold the Sanctuary Sin Binding Trinket, the group-wide damage reduction trinket. But if you have to, you may have to send it here. We got very lucky that he died just barely before I think the stacks became too much. And the only thing I lost for that was, looks like my Earthborn clone. We're skipping here. We don't want this patrol. We were pulling that before, but that one at the start is easier. We start here on the left. We grab this pack, this one on the hill, and then downhill. So it's a 4-pack pull, but it will feel like a 5-pack because of just how many ads there are, and they're going to be auto-attacking you as much as they can. So you can see that I've sent ulti here along with the Shadow Lord buff, so we're getting a ton of more damage than we would without those two things together. Because when you use ulti, you get a damage increase and you get this generalized AoE damage. And then with Shadow Lord, you're getting a damage increase as well. The shade spawns. Now, here, I would almost say to just kill the trash because you could kill the trash through the shades buff. I don't know how much it buffs, but I've had like the entire party wipe and me just like solo a pack all the way down with the shade up. just by smacking the things left alive with low HP. So if the totemic is still alive when the shade spawns, I would say just go totemic if you can convince the team to do that. All right, so you can see there I pulled 2 flowers on the right by that campfire. We only want those 2 flowers. As soon as this caster and the patrol is dead, we're pulling those skitters as well. All right, so he's about to die, and I'm backpedaling into the skitters. I kind of prepare Earth Shield for that to get some early aggro on them. Now, when the skitters die, they apply a dot to the party, and the flowers are going to be putting poison dots on the party, and it requires some degree of coordination in order to do stops on the flowers. And for the tank especially, it's going to be hard because, I mean, look at all these frames. All right, and then we get this Desecrator pack, and this is the last trash pull of the dungeon. This pack is significantly easier than those ones on in the middle, and it's significantly easier than, I want to say, anything back there that you could go fight. There is a pack with one Desecrator you could go fight, but this just feels faster to me to just have these 3 targets. And what I wanted to do was to have everybody target one and blow it up, but that just didn't happen. But it's all right. We've got more than enough orbs here with these. Like you can see some back there by the dead skitters. There's like 2. All right, and one more. This will get us the 30 that we need to spawn Shadow Lord. You need a significant amount of time for this. Um, we found that it takes like 3.5 minutes in our experience. And that's with the Shadow Lord buff, and my ult's about to come up. So, yep, just your single target rotation, build Serenity stacks, keep Earth Shield up as much as you can. And it's ours. So we're gonna go into the fight with about 3 minutes and 36 seconds. And you'll see that with the tyrannical buff, this is very hard. I feel like the timer in Everdawn Grove is way too tight for the amount of trash that you have to fight. Like so tight that these 2 affixes together, I just don't think you should run this dungeon. You should run Grove again when there's like Stone Skin or something. So I feel like Shadow Lord himself takes anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute. And then the shade itself is adding time because you're either sitting there killing it or you can't mount up because it keeps you in combat, so you have to just walk away as you outrange it. It it just adds a lot of time. Here, the party should be pre-positioning on whoever he's aiming at with corrupting shot, but we weren't really doing that. I was most of the time, but everybody else was just getting in when they could. Keeping that earth shield up. So there are going to be some overlaps where Rhyme is going to be like extra squishy. They're like, we'll see if we can find one, but you're going to want to save your DR trinket for Rhyme during that. It'll be something like totems into corrupting shot into volley. So it's just nonstop group damage. And there's a period of time around the end of totems that you ideally would want to send Sim Binding Stone or Sanctuary. I also do not recommend turning your back to this boss. For some reason, I'm not sure why, like I've been one shot by him before when turning my back to him. I know that in World of Warcraft, dodge and parry only work when you're facing stuff, but I don't. It feels almost like it may be something specific to him because it doesn't happen consistently. Like I turn my back to him sometimes, and I'm not dodging. I'm clearly taking the damage, but I'm not getting one shot. So there's something up with this guy and that. So be very careful if you want to help with the totems, like how you position for that. Corrupting shot coming, so I'm pre-positioning because we want the healer to dispel that instantly. So this was what I was talking about. So we had that totem thing, and then we had corrupting shot and then volley, and that's where you're looking to send some binding stone for Rhyme, because otherwise Rhyme he won't have a defensive enough for it. You can see the timer's getting really low, 52 seconds at 11%, and ult, I mean it goes so long that ulti's almost back up. And look at that, the deer actually died at the same time as him. I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really funny when we ran it. And so we finished with 26 seconds. So like 3.5 minutes. Last boss. I guess you only need maybe 3 minutes, but that's if nobody dies and if totems don't last too long. I mean, this is a tough fight. I would say you definitely need to come in here with more than 3 minutes, but I guess this video shows you can do it with sub three. But I trust me, especially if you don't have like Mara and Rhyme do really high single target. If you don't have this comp, yeah, I don't know. Definitely want more than 3 minutes. And it's really going to test the healer and their mana. All right, so that's their out. Thanks for watching.